Today, I'm going to tell you a story about how to save over $1,000 on your cruise vacation. Are you interested? Keep watching to find out how. So the first thing that most people want to know when they contact a travel advisor is what sales or what promotions or what kind of a deal can you get me? And that's not always the first thing that I want to talk about when I talk to you. I want to find out what your cruise experience has been like in the past, if any, and what you are looking forward to in your next cruise experience, because it's really important beyond price to match you with the best cruise, the best line, the best itinerary, the best ship, the best features for you and your travel party. But I do know that price is a huge consideration for almost every traveler. So how do you get that $1,000 savings on a great cruise vacation? So we're going to call this client Liz. So Liz contacted me and she wanted to know if I could help her book a cruise vacation. Now, she had already done her research and she had narrowed it down to a couple of different cruises that she was interested in. She really wanted to know my opinion on the ships and the itinerary. She had had a cruise experience before that she wasn't exactly thrilled with, but she sure was really ready to go ahead and try it again. So it was really important that we found the right cruise for her. But definitely price was a consideration. So she had found these cruises and she had thought that she found a great deal at one of those consolidators online. And she wanted to know the whole, can you meet this price? Can you get me a better price? What kind of a promotion do you have? So I looked at the different cruises that she had looked at, and we discussed that maybe one would be a better fit for her than the other, simply because based on her past experience, there were things she didn't like about her first cruise. And so that is an important detail, because you can go to one of these consolidators online. You really can. And you can find all kinds of different deals, but they don't talk to you. They don't find out what's important to you about your cruise, and you're really basically on your own. But we did find a great deal on one of the cruises that she wanted. So I was able to give her a good price. She was happy with it, and we booked that cruise. So far, nobody saved $1,000 that you know of. So let's find out how to make that happen. So Liz has a friend. We're going to call her Beth. So Beth heard about the great cruise that Liz was going on, and Beth and her husband said, you know what, we're going to go with you. That would be great. We'd love to travel with you. And so Liz was nice enough to refer Beth to me, and Beth came to me and she said, hey, I'd like to go with Liz and her husband on that exact same cruise in the exact same kind of a cabin. Fantastic. So I log in and I take a look, and lo and behold, the price has now changed, and it is over $1,000 more than when Liz booked it. So what's the difference? Why was the price different when Liz booked and when Beth was trying to book at $1,000 more? So let me tell you the secret of how Liz got that $1,000 discount that Beth can't get. I know that you've heard me say it before, but cruise bookings do change their prices often. So I have a price guarantee that any cruise line price changes. Absolutely, you get that as long as you are before final payment. But this wasn't that instance. What this was not a great sale that Liz got. What Liz did was she booked her cruise in February. Now, her cruise leaves the following March, so she booked almost a year in advance. By the time that Beth came to me and she decided that she wanted to go, it was the end of September in that same year. So September to March made all the difference. There were only a very few cabins left, which meant that demand was high for those few cabins, and it was considered to be a close-in booking. So the price change was vast. So it really was, in truthfulness, it was about $1,200 of a difference. But by booking early, Liz saved over $1,000 than Beth on the exact same cruise, the exact same ship, the exact same itinerary. The only difference was she booked early. Now, the reality of the situation is, and I do say it often, but I really don't think that people hear it loudly enough. In order to get the absolute best price, you need to book your cruise 12 to even 18 months out. Right now, it is the end of September 2025, and itineraries all the way through spring and into summer of 2027 have already dropped. So the best prices right now are to book into the end of 2026 and into 2027. So Liz could have maybe even saved more, because when she booked in February for the following March, she really was not quite at the beginning of the booking stage. She already had cabins that were taken, and she had to take a cabin that might not have been in the place that she absolutely wanted it to be. So I have to say it again and again. Book your cruise vacations early. Save the most money. Any price adjustments that come down, we can save even more. But if you wait, those prices are going to go up. So please, please think about, what time do you have? What places would you like to visit next year and the year after? And let's talk about getting you booked at the absolute best price possible. Text, DM, comment, email me at brenda@adventurewaytravels.com, and let's get you the absolute best price on your cruise vacation.